Alright, I'm back. Uh, if you're back and you can hear me, go ahead and drop a command from the in the chat. Let me know that you're back.
We can get petty. Tell me if you're ready. I was playing nice. We can change the setting. We can get petty. We can get petty. Yeah.
How did I know that was the one you were gonna do over it? I got something for you over it. Hold on a second. What? Of course, Rock. Yo, somebody driving by with their music so loud I could hear the lyrics. I just felt the need to share that one real quick. Alright, so we're back. Hermone is in the wrong key. I told you to find me one that you like better. You know, but you ain't sent me one. I'm just saying, you have to send it to me. Or send it to KJ. Me or KJ. One of us will upload it. I did. I said if you want a different moan, because you said it need to be deeper. I said if you wanted to hear a different moan, then you need to send me the sounds. So you could either send it to me or KJ, and one of us will upload it. Yep. One of us will upload it for you. You gonna chop and screw the moan? Oh Lord. No. No. Rock. No, KJ. No, no, no. So that ended chapter 16. So we're moving on to chapter 17. Cause y'all acting up. No. Chapter 17. While everyone trickles back in. I sat in the waiting room, wringing my hands together, on edge about Montana being with the doctor. I knew it was only stitches, but she was still young, and I wanted to be there. They kept insisting that she would be fine without me. Oh, Lord. Okay, over it. Okay. Uh, Destiny, I'm sorry that we weren't paying attention to them.
Lord have mercy.
But she would have had the accident. She would have had the accident either way. Right, KJ? Over it getting down to business tonight. Over it is getting down to business. She said, give me a reason. Get to work, Rock. Get to work, sir. I glared at him. That isn't the point. We should have never been in this situation. We are divorced, and as far as I'm concerned, nothing has changed. I heard my phone ringing and glanced at the caller ID. Jacob's number was lit up. I couldn't believe he was calling me when I needed to talk to him most. It was like he had intuition for certain things. I'll be back, I mumbled, glanced at Junior. Do you mind watching him? Hi, Vinyl Touch, welcome in. It's okay. We just reading and they're talking trash. And yeah, for some reason they think I'm gonna put my own moan in the on a voice on a command, and I'm not doing that. You don't need to hear that either. So no, I'm not doing that. How are my babies, Vinyl Touch? You need to send me new pictures. Oh Lord. I need new pictures of the babies, Vinyl Touch. I meant to tell you that the other day. You can send them later. I ain't say when. You can send it later. Oh, poor thing. Poor baby. I probably would too. But see, he been around you guys through the pandemic and stuff, so I could kind of see that. I could kind of see that. Over already called one of her sugar daddies. We're gonna get the recording from them. KJ, you swear we got some sugar daddies just sitting around waiting for us. What's wrong with you and this sugar daddy thing? Jeez, KJ. Just because y'all got sugar mamas lined up and stuff. Whatever, KJ. I am not. I am not a player. Don't laugh at them, Wakalisha. Don't even do it. He's my son. Of course not, he said as I got up and headed around the corner. Hello? I answered the phone, feeling that I was going to start crying at any moment. Destiny, Jacob spoke, and a whirlwind of emotions took over. I started to sob. Oh my God, Destiny, what's wrong? I'm so glad to hear from you, I spoke between sobs. I have had a horrible day. Monty Sr. came over and we all went to the park, and Monty went with you to the park, he asked, breaking into my rambling. The kids wanted him to, but that's not the point. We were arguing, and I heard a loud scream and Montana fell off the merry-go-round. We're at the emergency room and she has to get stitches. I tried to control my breathing. Then you called, and I wasn't expecting that, and I'm a blubbering idiot, and I'm sorry. I took a few breaths. What did you want? She After she said all that, she was like, "What did you want?" Yeah, you gonna be asleep in a few minutes. I already know, Vinyl Touch. My Yo, B.O.B. makes you moan, so you know he could do it. I know that's for real. If you have the right B.O.B. You got the right B.O.B. I'm just saying. There was a long hesitation. Something told me to call and see how you are doing, he replied, lightly laughing on the other end. I want to be there for you, Destiny, but I don't want to be in the way. Tell me if you want me to come to the hospital. My heart was aching for him. I can't tell you what to do. Do what you feel is right to you, I spoke, knowing that I wanted him there. I couldn't fight that. I would like you to be here, though. I finally relented. Did KJ ask what's a BLB? Did KJ ask what's a BLB? Did I miss that question? Shame on KJ. KJ don't know what a BLB is. You are so not innocent, KJ. You are so not innocent. I heard a rush of air on the other side. I'm on my way. He hung up the call and I went back to the waiting room. I was already feeling better. I couldn't wait to have him there. Whatever, KJ. The real one is always better. Like Over It said, the real one is always better. But if you have a good BLB, then hey, that works. I couldn't remember what the Google command was, KJ. I was going to tell y'all to do that, but I couldn't remember the command. Let's see. Is that it?
Google it.
A mess. The doctor came out of the room and I quickly stood up. You may go in. She had 12 stitches and it's a pretty deep cut. No, we don't. No, we don't. KJ? No. It's just a part of life. That's what that is. It's just a part of life. We have to do what we have to do. And BLB does what it needs to do. I'm confident that the scarring will be at a minimum. Thank you so much, I said, breathing a sigh of relief. He left us, and then I saw Jacob rushing into the waiting room. Monty Sr. gawked at me. Why is he here? I invited him, I said, going to Jacob and hugging him. Thank you so much for coming. She's ready for visitors. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, he said, smiling at me. Jacob. I turned around to find Junior running to him. He threw his arms around him and they hugged for a moment. I saw the irritation in Monty Sr.'s eyes. I really want to go see her, Jacob said. They only allow 2 people back at a time, I said, torn. I wanted Jacob to be by my side. I also knew Monty would never go for Jacob seeing her first. That's all right. I'll stay out here with Junior and you 2 can go in, Jacob said, understanding. I gave him a gracious look as Monty and I headed into her room. She looked up and smiled when we entered. Mommy, Daddy, I hungry. Oh, your B.O.B. was doing that for you? Right. I'm just saying. You have a B.O.B. that was doing that for you? I laughed, thankful to see that she appeared to be fine. We'll get you something to eat as soon as you get out of here, I promised her. Hey, you know who's in the waiting room and wanting to see you? She shook her head. Jacob, I spoke, holding back the tears. Her eyes got big. Jacob here? I think she's had too much excitement for one day, Monty spoke sarcastically next to me. That is not me talking. That is not me talking, Rock. I'm just saying, that is not me talking. It'll know somebody. My neighbors will know somebody's name for sure. I can't disclose what name it'll be, but it'll know somebody's name. I'm sure they know somebody's name by now. Right, over it. Right. I rolled my eyes. I'm sure she'll be fine. I leaned down and kissed her forehead. I get him and let him come in for a few minutes. Before I left, I heard Monty say, I'm going to be going, Montana. Daddy loves you." "I love you, Daddy." They hugged and then he pulled away. She waved as he walked out the door. "You're not going to get something to eat with us?" I asked. "Thank you for the bits, Lady Indiana. I appreciate it." "Thank you." He laughed. "Please, I don't really have the appetite to sit here and eat with you, the kids, and Jacob." I shrugged. "Suit yourself." We got into the lobby and he went to Junior to say his goodbyes. The three of us then went back into Montana's room. Her eyes lit up when she saw him. "Jacob!" she called. "There's some bandage. That's some bandage you have there," he replied, leaning over the bed and hugging her. "Did it hurt?" "Not really," she spoke. I smiled, seeing how relaxed everyone was. "As soon as the doctor lets you go, we'll grab a bite to eat," I spoke, interrupting them. The three of them in unison said, "Yay!" I laughed. I would tell Jacob about my conversation with Monty when the time was right. I didn't want to keep any secrets from him, no matter how difficult it would be. So that's the end of chapter 17. So we're moving into chapter 18. I'm trying to finish this bottle. This is only my second bottle for the day. Really, KJ? What do you mean that was quick? I've been on for an hour. I got my third bottle right here.
Sale?
I didn't change the graphic. I didn't change the date on my graphic, y'all. So don't pay attention to that date. Yes, that one is free shipping that we have coming up. That we are in right now. The 14th, the 10th through the 14th. You would get fancy and call it Robert. Whatever. That's what a bougie person would do. I'm not bougie. And I just don't see myself saying that. You know. No, I don't see myself saying that. I just don't see it. I will get the other link. I have to find out what's going on, but I get the full link for you guys. Let me do it now. Oh shoot, I forgot I got to do the whole. My. Oh, I got a while I'm getting that link, I got a video for you guys. Enjoy the video. It's not nasty.
I learned that intimacy starts with a good morning and ends with the orgasm and a good night. I learned that forehead kisses and hugs can be looked at as love when it's coming from someone you like. Like, how come every time we hold hands, I be thinking you're going to propose? And how your affirmations from cheek kisses lets me know everything I need to know. You be making me feel special even when I don't fill up the par. Neck kisses and chest gripping got my London bridges down and exposing my lady parts like you really know how to make a girl feel beautiful. I be staring at you in your sleep like I could really get used to you. Our conversations be deeper than the scratches in your back and the residue in your cuticles. Like, I learned with the love, us, just sounds better. I mean, you like the perfect 72-degree weather when we around each other. I mean, no wonder it's easy to fall for you because you just make sense. I mean, you like the perfect date and the perfect dress at the perfect event. I mean, you jaw-dropping. You deserve long walks down the aisle when wedding bells and vows meant just for you. You deserve a safe space to express yourself to someone who loves you and vent to. You deserve spa dates and massages with the black rocks. You're like a scissor song I can never snooze to because you're a fixed broken clock. Wow. She be healing. She be Marvin Gaye when I get that feeling. She be the perfect love poem. You know the one Tupac wrote, Jada, she be wailing. See, I had a conversation with God the other day, and I don't totally agree on the idea of love, but the idea of loving you gotta be God sent because you was what I prayed for. All this bad energy from my last relationship, you was what I saged for. I mean, sex is cool, but you don't know intimacy until you get prayed on. I heard someone say talk is cheap, but these lips got expensive taste. And my appetite for love ain't subject to change, so as long as the foundation stays the same, the subject won't change. I mean, you've been due for a proposal. Me bending on one knee and you saying I do and me kissing on you in total. See, I don't know what them other guys should have did, but love, I'm what you supposed to do. See, you deserve infinity smiles and someone holding you, and even though social media doesn't validate real time, a real man that ain't scared to show you off gonna post you. See, lately, intimacy been my number one priority. Showering you with affirmations because you didn't get it from the last guy before me. I mean, he might have been lit on the surface, but on the interior, he was boring. He might tell you you're beautiful, but I make you feel beautiful, and that makes the difference on who wakes up next to you in the morning. Yeah. See, I learned that holding you from behind and shoulder kisses be the little things that make women so submissive. and making you feel safe and protected and have you smiling while folding clothes and storing dishes. See, dicking you down is cool, but putting you on is totally different, and I don't have a problem in pouring into you as long as you make my soul replenished. She be reciprocation. See, to a nigga that actually get pussy, a woman that makes him wait don't feel like waiting, because real men know the value in finding balance in a relationship that don't take straightening. See, I want that real love, that old school love, like Omar Epps and Sanaa Lathan, and rather than just trying to catch a vibe with you, I'd rather fall in love with the vibe we creating. I want to be obsessed with you. Poem.
That's Matt Capone. He's based out of DC, but that particular performance, I believe, was in Atlanta. The updated link is in the chat for the shop. So I got one more. Right, still? I'm gonna be like that when I grow up. Thank you for the bits, Rock. Oh, I didn't download the other one. Oh well. I can show you guys this. It's more of a comedy clip. It's for the women, so it's mainly for the women. All right, so fellas, don't be offended because this one's for the women. All right, this is for the women.
God almighty, I have never wanted to be a scoop of ice cream so bad in my life. Oh, I tell you right now, I tell you. Oh, I tell you. Y'all send me this shit, and I tell you. Anyways, I have never wanted to be a scoop of ice cream so bad in my life. Where the hell do I sign up? God almighty.
I mean, come on, ladies. Somebody, you're they ice cream. I mean, if they gonna eat the ice cream like that, then hey, I'm there for it. So that's what you gotta be doing, Rock, for over it. That's what you gotta do. KJ, let me know when you're ready, sir. I'm going back to reading. Now that I gave y'all some poetry and some comedy, I'm going back to reading. Look, I done got them quiet now. They got quiet. You heard Epic eats ice cream like that? Epic eats ice cream like that. Okay. Why would you hear that, though, Rock? Why would you hear that, Rock? Is there something you're not telling us, Rock? Sir? I'm just saying. Is there something you're not telling us? Chapter 18. He wanted you to tell me. If he wanted me to know, he would tell me. Matter of fact, he would show me if he wanted me to know. I'm just saying. He'll do more than telling. He'll show me. So, chapter 18, Destiny, No Boundaries. Epic is shy. Okay. Epic is not that shy. He ain't that shy. He ain't that shy. He has some shy tendencies, but he ain't that shy. So, chapter 18, Destiny, No Boundaries. I should ask him. Why should I ask him? Y'all trying to set me up for failure. I'm not doing that. Y'all not going to set me up for the okie doke. It's not happening. It is not happening. So, chapter 18, Destiny, No Boundaries. Over the next few months, Jacob spent every chance he could with the kids and me, buying them gifts and taking us places I never dreamed of going, like an impromptu midday trip to San Antonio, just a ride on the riverboats. We were back in Atlanta before nightfall, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I could also see that the kids were becoming even more comfortable being around him, and that made me feel good. As much as I wanted to be in Jacob's arms and share my nights with him, I didn't like when the kids would have to go be with their father. I was excited for quality time with Jacob, but I didn't want to have to say goodbye to Montana and Monty Jr. How am I getting loud all of a sudden? Do I want to know? I plead the fifth, Rock. I plead the fifth. Friday rolled around and the doorbell rang all too soon. The kids were busy watching cartoons as I went to the door to greet my ex. He was smiling a smug smile as I welcomed him inside. The kids are all ready and I began, but he put his hand up to stop me. Before I grab them and leave, can we talk? See, Monty be doing too much. He be doing too much. Sure, I rolled my eyes, not interested in another one of his conversations. We headed into the kitchen and took a seat at the table. What's up? I asked. I want to discuss your boyfriend. I'm bored with your questions about Jacob. It seems like you would have found another topic by now, I told him, crossing my arms. I'm concerned by the amount of time he spends around here. I processed his words in my mind, but before I could speak, he was going on. How much do you really know about him? First, you're asking why he's not here. Now you're saying he's here too much. I laughed and wanted to say that I knew more about Jacob than I knew about my ex-husband. Don't worry about me, Monty. I know everything that I possibly need to know. Are you through? I stood up. Don't get angry, Destiny. I opened my mouth to say some not so nice things, but I couldn't even get the words out. You've got this white man spending time with my kids. Just because he's rich doesn't exempt him from being some kind of lowlife, and he has my kids thinking he's their father. Don't you think he's overstepping his boundaries? I nodded, understanding the sudden concern. It had nothing to do with Jacob's color or bank account. So, you're jealous, I asked. KJ is jealous. Rock is jealous of over its B.O.B. Rock, don't be jealous of over its B.O.B. She still wants you.
Say what?
I don't know what you're jealous of, KJ. I just said you're jealous. That's all I said. What? He spat out, shaking his head. I am not jealous. I laughed, knowing I hit the nail on the head. That's it. You're jealous. Monty, there is no reason for you to worry. Jacob has our children's best interest at heart, and he is not trying to take your place. He rolled his eyes. You have it all wrong. I am not jealous. I just don't want them to get attached. And when he bores of you and suddenly decides to leave, they would be hurt. Hey, Christina R., welcome in. Glad to have you here, hon. How are you doing today? Happy Saturday. We're doing a little story time between them acting up because they've been misbehaving today, as always. Get out of my house, I ordered through clenched teeth. What? I'm just speaking the truth. You are speaking your version of the truth. I love Jacob, he loves me, and we are far from bored. His eyes got big as he leaned back in the chair. Whoa, that's a huge step. He crossed his arms and looked in my direction. So you love this motherfucker? I stood up from the table. It's time for you to leave. Kids, your dad's here, I called, going to wait at the foyer. They took some time, turning off their television, and were still working on coming when we got back to the foyer. I'm just concerned, he whispered close to my ear. I moved my head and rolled my eyes. Now, who's overstepping boundaries? Daddy! Montana yelled, breaking into the conversation. He swooped her up into his arms and hugged her while glancing at me. I looked away as Junior came into the foyer. Are you both ready to have some fun with your dad this weekend? Monty asked the kids. What are we going to do? Junior asked. Well, I thought we could go see the new Transformers movie. Jacob already took us, Junior spoke. Monty turned around and looked at me, and I just shrugged. You have a good time. I leaned down and kissed them, then waved as they left the house. I didn't care what Monty said. He wasn't able to boss me around, and if he wanted to be a good father to his kids, he had to step his game up because Jacob was bringing it in a major way. So, Monty is in his feelings. Monty is all up in his feelings. I kick Monty to the curb the way I'm going to kick KJ to the curb. Jacob arrived at the house an hour later, and I was still reeling over the indecency of Monty's concerns. When I opened the door, I felt a relief to see him. I pulled him into the house and wrapped my arms around him, kissing him with a hunger that I wasn't sure would ever suffice. God, I needed that, I moaned, smiling up at him. You have no idea how much. I don't think I read that right, but we're going to move on. I saw the eyes, KJ. Me too, he replied. You know, we could forfeit dinner and go straight for dessert. He winked at me, moving in for another kiss. As much as that sounds appetizing, I have been looking forward to getting out of the house for some adult interaction. How about we make it short and sweet? He groaned but nodded. Okay, I guess. I will have to hang in there. You hear that, man? He said, gesturing to his manhood. I laughed and said, I know. It's a terrible life. Let me grab my purse. He snickered, and when I got back to the door, he kissed me, brushing his tongue against my moist lips. This better be short, he spoke with a chuckle. We left the house and made our way to his car. On the road to the restaurant, I found myself watching him. I did love him, and I didn't care who knew that. The fact that my ex got me so riled up about it bothered me, but I was glad that it was put out in the open that I was in love with Jacob. I love you. You know that, right? I love you. You know that, right? She's in love. She said, I love you. You know that, right? Why are you laughing at me over it? I didn't say it sweet enough. I tried to read it all sweet like she's, like she's looking at him. I love you. You know that, right? I tried to say it sweet. Since Rock said I was being thuggish today, tearing up folks' dreams, tearing up chaotic and steel streams. He laughed, glancing out of the corner of his eye at me. Yes, I was privy to that. You know how much I do love you. I nodded as I looked briefly out the window. No other words needed to be spoken. I reached across him and grabbed his hand. We held hands the rest of the way to the restaurant. When we got to the restaurant, we went inside and were immediately seated. I hadn't been to, oh my goodness, I don't know how to say this restaurant, Bachelana's before, so Jacob placed our orders. Never heard of that restaurant in Atlanta. I love the way you decorated my bedroom. You captured exactly what I wanted, he said, making a note of the vintage American soldier pictures I had painted and framed to match his bedroom set. I also found a commemorative U.S. flag quilt for his bed. You want to hold Rock's hand? Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Look, say it like Montana would say it. That's so sweet. Oh, look, I just got a notification I ain't did my journaling today. I'm glad you like it. It's been a while since you told me you wanted those pictures made, so I knew you would be surprised when I went over today while you were in your meeting to put them up, I said, enjoying the smile on his face. All right, we'll be over in a hot second. Yep, a hot second. I was really surprised, especially about the picture of my grandfather in his uniform. That one got to me, Jacob said, staring at me for a long time. I'm so lucky. I'm just honored to be able to get something as memorable as those pictures done for you, I replied, taking a drink of water. You have been working hard and you deserve something special. How's the opening of the Delaware office going? It's coming along. Should be happening by the end of the month, he smiled, showing his pretty whites through his gorgeous beard. That's great news. Is it still going well with you working out of Atlanta? I know they miss you at the Miami headquarters. I guess I was fishing to get details about how he felt about the move. That was perfect timing. So, you guys, I will be back on Monday. Back on Monday for TikTok night. I will not be doing a stream on Tuesday because I have something to do. Hey, UNC, welcome in, love. So Monday and Thursday and possibly Friday. I haven't set Friday in stone yet, but Monday and Thursday for sure. So thank you guys for joining me. Rock, I almost put up your Charlie Brown. I don't want to be mean today though. Here is the Mayhem Crew schedule. Please make sure you guys copy the raid message as we head out to King Jones, DJ King Jones. And we're going to party for the next few hours. And thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I had fun with you guys. And now let's go party. Let's go party. So thank you guys. Y'all have a wonderful night. And I will see you guys on the other side. Bye. Thank you over at KJ for your assistance tonight. Thank you for the bits and the subs tonight as well. I appreciate all of it. Thank you guys. Bye. Thank you, Rod. Now I'm going to try to persuade you to come on after KJ. Let's see if that works.
What up, fam? Good to see you, brother. Man, y'all appreciate that raid, fam. Oh, it already. What up, fam? Oh, it already. How you feeling? DJ Rock. Come on. Come on in, make yourself at home. Our house is your house. Lil Mose. Real nice and easy starting off.
On your chest, engraved, you whipped, I might. Usually in my chips, I'm tight, but only green I keep from you is kryptonite. The way that you're